Hello, Kirsten Aiken with ABC News. For the first time in more than a century, the High Court will sit in judgment on not one but two politicians at the same time. The government has cast legal doubt over whether Senators Bob Day and Rod Culleton were ever eligible to take up their seats in the current parliament. Here's National Affairs correspondent Greg Jennett.
Timing is everything, and Rod Culleton's was slightly out.
It's going to the High Court potentially.
Well, then it can be vented out in that arena, and I'm looking forward to it.
Before his run for the Senate, he'd fallen foul of the law.
Well, then handcuff me.
We don't need to handcuff you.
Well, where's your warrant?
And was convicted for stealing a $7 car key in northern New South Wales.
Do you feel you're a fit and proper person to be in the Senate?
Well, do you?
Well, I'm asking you.
Well, what about you? You're a constituent. I think I'm good for the job.
After the election, the now One Nation senator's record was cleared of any conviction.
I am here.
But the High Court's been asked to rule that Rod Culleton never should have got to Canberra because he was convicted when voters went to the polls. And the government tends to agree that that could make him incapable of being chosen as a senator under Section 44 of the Constitution.
Not sure whether I'm going to participate in any High Court jurisdiction. And if I do, I'll simply go down and shear a sheep and take the belly fleece and stick it over my head, and I'll represent myself.
Senator Culleton's career could hinge on his bush lawyer skills, but the political future of fellow crossbencher Bob Day won't be saved.
There are a whole range of complex issues to be worked through. The High Court is obviously the right body to do so.
The builder's saying nothing publicly, but flatly rejects the government's claim he had a financial interest in a contract with the Commonwealth over the building he once owned and up till yesterday used for his electorate office. If the government's right, he breached the Constitution.
The government has acted with entire probity with respect to this.
The whole Senator Day scandal reeks of improper behaviour, and it goes to the heart of the Turnbull government.
The always complicated Senate's now a conundrum encased in complexity. It's down a seat and it'll stay that way until the High Court delivers its ruling. But the maths don't change much for the government. Instead of 9 out of 11 minor party crossbenchers, it now needs 8 out of 10 if it's to reach the magic number of 38 votes. Crucial because the government wants signature bills voted on before the end of this year. Then there's the difficult question of who fills the empty seat. Will it be the number 2 on Bob Day's ticket in South Australia, or might she also be swept aside by the High Court?
Given the precedents of previous elections, it's much more likely that the High Court would just simply exclude Bob Day as a candidate, distribute the preferences that were cast for him, and that would elect the Family First second candidate.
Two complex cases loom at the High Court, and just 2 months left before its Chief Justice retires.